Hey, so I just did a video on calcium and vitamin D and realized I did it to the whole world of Facebook and not to you guys. So I wanted to do it here so I can post it on our main Facebook page and have it ready to go. So I have Bariatric, which is a really common calcium, and then I have my kids' calcium. So these are both calcium carbonate, which your stomach or your body needs to have some food. You could do a smoothie or something to absorb these fully. It needs the acid from your stomach. Calcium citrate, which is a different, formulary of calcium essentially, does not need anything to get absorbed, doesn't need that acid. So that's one that I really encourage people to have at home. Not so much these. I just have these at home because my kids don't drink milk, and so this is what they use. But again, just try to have a calcium citrate as well. If you like these, that's fine. But it's nice to have a couple different ways to get your calcium in because, as I'll discuss here, you can kind of get flavor overload. Calcium is something that you need to take in divided doses throughout the day. And so it's not just one thing you can take everything in the morning because your body doesn't absorb it as well. It's better to take it, 2 to 3 to 4 hours apart in doses. Your body's better able to utilize it and then, put it in your bones and your blood and your muscles, everywhere it needs to go. So on here, I'm not sure if you can see this. In the Bariatric, which I said is just a really popular brand of calcium, there's 650, I hope you can see that. It looks kind of fuzzy from where I am, but 650 milligrams of calcium carbonate. There's also 500 international units or 12.5 micrograms of vitamin D. So if you take 2 of these during the day, say you take one first thing when you wake up with your breakfast, and then maybe you take one around lunchtime, you would essentially have the base amount for your calcium. Most people need 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams. For females especially, or anyone that has any sort of lactose intolerance, isn't consuming very much dairy, I like to see you closer to that 1,500 milligrams for the day, and that can include food sources, but you got to do a little bit of math. So what I found is people don't like to do the math, they don't like to figure it out. So I'm going to kind of give you the cheat way to do this. So if you take 2 of these for the day, again, at least 2 to 3 hours apart, you would essentially have that base amount of calcium for the day. And then anything else that you're getting from your food or maybe another multivitamin, a lot of times a bariatric multivitamin will have a little bit of calcium, not a lot, but a little bit. So that would just kind of be extra, kind of your insurance policy. However, this would only give you 1,000 international units or 25 micrograms of vitamin D. And anyone that's had any sort of malabsorptive weight loss surgery, so gastric sleeve, Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, duodenal switch, biliopancreatic diversion, with or without a switch, you need the 3,000 international units of vitamin D. And so this would only give you 1,000. Most of the time, a good bariatric vitamin will give you at least another 1,000, if not more, of vitamin D, international units, that is. So this is just something you want to check. You want to pull out all of your vitamins, minerals, supplements, and just sit down with a little piece of paper and kind of add up what you're getting and from where so that you have an idea. This isn't something that you need to do every week by any means, but once you kind of have a basic understanding of what you're getting, that will help you to figure out if you're actually meeting the needs that you have. Like I said before, I think the calcium carbonate is fine. The flavor ones, these are kind of more like a gummy bear, fruity flavor. It's nice to have some variety because there's certain days where you just don't want to swallow another pill. And there's other days when the thought of this is going to make you want to vomit because you get sick of it. I get sick of these. And I haven't had surgery. So you just want to have a little bit of variety so that you're able to get what your body needs, every day. So just want to kind of keep that in mind. If you have any questions, feel free to post it below this link or send me a private message and I'd be happy to answer.